Hi, you're gonna hear, not doing a review, but I'm gonna name my top 5 proto metal bands and why they are my favorite. Why I like them. Okay. Well, of course, I'll start off with 5. 5 would be Uriah Heep. They were a band from England that has had numerous singers, but what just attracts me to Uriah Heep is just the way that they balance hard rock. Just where they balance in between hard rock and prog rock. In a way, they were one of the first crossover. Um, they were one of the first prog rock bands to cross over into hard rock. I mean, I know there's a couple bands that did that, but there's, in my opinion, you can't get any better than hard prog rock than Yari Heap. Okay, number 4, Cactus. Now, the reason I like Cactus is a lot of people say they were a Blue Cheer ripoff, but I thought that they were a little more bluesy than Blue Cheer. I mean, their first album, self-titled, was was awesome. I will give them that. It was very blues. It was a very blues-based hard rock band that influenced a lot of metal bands. And it's just they were just awesome. They had Carmine Peace as drummer, and now it's just awesome. Well, okay, now number 3 would be Vanilla Fudge, which this band is somehow related to Cactus, but the thing is, how they're related. Carmine Peace played for Vanilla Fudge before Cactus. What attracts me to Cactus is they balance a whole bunch of genres. What attracts me to Vanilla Fudge is they balance a whole bunch of genres. Hard, like everything from like hard rock to psychedelic rock. They were just a hard rockin' band that didn't get as much credit as they did. Okay, now number 2, Rush's first 2 albums. I know you're gonna comment. You're like, oh, but Rush is prog rock. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Here's what you do. Go to the Google bar. Here's what you do. You type in Rush, Media Fire. And you type in that and Rush, Fly By Night, Media Fire. You listen to those 2 albums. They were hard rock. To me, and if I'm just gonna remove the comment for the people who's gonna say, for the people who are just gonna put like, oh, but the prog rock, like, okay, so just don't put that in there. And Rush, it's just a name. Everybody knows Rush. Number 1, it's a band that never got any attention at all, and that would be Blue Cheer. I know Count Blackroth, Through Creation, and Mac are gonna be like, oh, it's mentioning Blue Cheer again, and yeah, I'm pretty much obsessed with Blue Cheer. For me, they were the first metal band. The way they balanced blues rock, psychedelic rock, and hard rock is the mix between those is they were the first one to come up with that groundbreaking sound. When they came out, they were the loudest band out. They were the loudest band ever, but the loudest band out when they came out. So I'm gonna add on 6. There's gonna be 2 bands for number 1. Cause there's really 2 in my opinion, and that Blue Cheer, and the other band that I would put as number 1, Thin Lizzy. I know a lot of people say, oh, they're classic rock. Now, to be honest, classic rock is not a genre. Classic rock is a radio format. It is not a genre. Okay, so don't even put it in the comments. Okay? But Thin Lizzy was ahead of their time. They never got recognized. They only had one song ever got played on the radio. The Boys Are Back in Town. To me, that's their worst song. Can't stand that song. To me, the people who have only heard Boys Back in Town, I have albums recommended for you. Okay, here's what you do. Four albums you pick up. Okay, you go to your local record store if they have it. Use a MediaFire, it's easier. You go to MediaFire, go to Google Bar up there. Google Bar. Yeah, you know where the Google Bar is. But you type in the search up Thin Lizzy MediaFire, Thin Lizzy, and then write this down. You type in Thin Lizzy Vagabonds in the Western World MediaFire. Type in Thin Lizzy Fighting MediaFire and Thin Lizzy Black Rose Rock Legend MediaFire. I recommend those albums. Thin Lizzy, they were just ahead of their time. They were genius. They were one of the first bands to have 2 lead guitars. They always had, Gary Moore. They had the best guitarists too, Scott Gorham, Gary Moore, Eric Bell. And what made Thin Lizzy so interesting, if you listen to early stuff, they always had a touch of Celtic music, Irish Celtic music. I mean, they always did, and they sang a lot about, like, Irish mythology. And they were just talented. I mean, Phil Lynott, R.I.P. Phil Lynott. But that was my top 5. Top 5.5, considering 2 bands are at number 1. So, peace. Peace, love. Peace and love. Make love, not war.